Hey, get ready. I'm about to show you how easy it is to build a lead magnet pipeline for your customers in Kajabi. We're going to walk through the entire customer journey that occurs on landing pages. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it step by step and the exact process I use for my own customers and my clients. Hey, I'm Jordan, and I teach service-based entrepreneurs how to turn their one-on-one services into a digital course so they can make passive income while they get to spend their time doing what they really love. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to create a lead magnet and put it into a pipeline. Whatever your freebie is, this system works. And Kajabi does give you a category for pipelines, but I'm going to show you a workaround so that you can reuse these pages over and over and you don't have to depend on pipelines. So inside marketing, we want to start with forms, and we're going to work backwards because we need the elements, we need the building blocks before we start putting together the house. So forms is the first building block we need in building this lead magnet house. And I believe that a lead magnet capture sequence can be made up of as few as literally one page, if that's the way you want to do it. If an email is how you follow up with after they submit their information, I suggest always having a minimum of 2 pages because the first page is going to have your form, the second page is going to have a thank you page if you're not giving them their freebie on that next page. So a minimum of 2, but honestly it could be up to 5-6 pages if you have a sequence that you want them to maybe enroll in a consultation with you, maybe take a quiz, maybe receive their freebie, and then a thank you page. So it could be as many pages as you want to walk them into that customer journey, but no matter what, the system stays the same. So what I'm going to show you stays the same. We're going to go to forms in the subcategory. We're going to click new form, and in this new form, we're just going to title it whatever your lead magnet is titled is really what I recommend. Lead magnet, title of lead magnet, or opt-in, freebie, whatever you call your lead magnet. We're going to create that form. Here's our page for what it looks like, and name and email are already default options in that. I say leave the name and email. We want the form capture to be as simple as possible. If you ask for 10 different pieces of information, it's going to get really complicated, and it's unlikely that a greater quantity of people are going to follow through on all of those form requests, those fields, and click submit. So we want as few as possible. Name and email are great because it gives you a name that you can reinsert into emails, and email's great because they go onto your list. And then at the very bottom under automations, you're going to add an automation. And when that form is submitted, so this is the automation we're creating, you're telling Kajabi when that form is submitted, you want to add a tag. So this is how we're going to know that they're getting the emails that you want them to get in their customer journey. So the tag, we're just going to call it lead magnet. You can call that tag whatever you want your title of your lead magnet to be. And then we're going to create that tag. So that tag is now attached to your lead magnet form. Anytime somebody clicks submit on that form, they are going to be moved into the line of whatever you tell that tag to do. So we have the form created. It's that simple. We're going to click save, and now we're going to go to pages. So the first step was creating that form. The second step is creating your page. So under website, you're going to click the subcategory of pages. And then they've recently changed the interface, and your landing pages are right here on this tab, landing. So landing, we're going to create a new landing page, and it's going to give you some options of templates. Let's just use this one. This one's a good, simple page. Now, Kajabi doesn't know what you're using this landing page for. So we're going to tell it exactly what we want on it. And there are some optimization tips that I'm going to give you in just a second whenever we go to start building this, because I want to make sure that your people opt in to your email list. You want to make sure they're on your email list because, one, that is something that you own. When Facebook goes belly up, when Instagram goes belly up, I don't know that that's going to happen, but in the event they do, you still have an email list. This is your Rolodex if we were in the 80s. So you want your Rolodex to always have as many people in it as possible, because that's just more information in your funnel, more information in your funnel. So it's given us the edit options of this page we selected. I recommend not having any other call to actions, your social media icons, your logo to go back to your home page, any other call to actions other than the call to action to opt in with that form we just created. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete all of these sections, and you can just go through, you can click the section, delete it. You can also, so these are all of the sections that you see. So this is text and image. See, it says text and image. It labeled it. This is this section right here with the icons and the information about the podcast is text. See, that is titled text. So we're just going to go through and delete. You can delete like I just showed you, where you click it and then you go to the bottom and click the red font, or you can just we're actually going to leave this first one because that's where we're going to insert the form. We're going to delete. We're going to delete. We don't want to give them any other options for opting out of this page. We don't want to give them anywhere else to go other than submitting their information, because that's what you want to capture. And even the footer, if you have a footer, this is actually the divider, but if you have a footer with information in it, go ahead and just put your logo down there that's unclickable and no other links. So we would take all these social media icons out, and so we can leave the logo. Let's go ahead and delete, 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 delete. So, and then powered by Kajabi, you can take that out if you're a customer on higher than just the basic plan. I love the layout of this. It's super clean. It's minimalistic. So what we're going to do right here is, instead of this text can say whatever you want it to say about your lead magnet. And then underneath, you want to remove this call to action. So every text box comes with a call to action, and we're just going to unselect that, and that's going to remove that button. We're going to save, and then we're going to go back and add content. This is where we're going to insert that form. Remember, this is the first page of your landing page, and I'm going to include a PDF, a one-page PDF that just shows you the breakdown. Step 1, step 2, step 3, and then where the pages should go. Okay, and what I'm going to do to make sure that this form is above the fold is I'm going to switch these texts. So there's your text, and that's this text right here. Here's your form, and we're just going to drag and drop. The form is your lead magnet. You just created that form. Remember, it has the tag. It has all of the fields that you need the information for. You want to put that right there, and it's going to give you the default creative on it. So if you don't like that button, we can just go down here to the button, change the button. You can change the text to whatever you want to change it to. Right now it's default, so if you change any of these selections, it's gonna change it for you. It'll override that default selection. So we've got this, we've got our page, and we're gonna save, and then we're going to use the same page. We're making it very, 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 very simple. And I'm going to show you how to do it if you do not deliver the freebie in your email sequence. So because we created that tab, you can create an email sequence. We'll talk about that next week. An email sequence that feeds your customer the information you want them to see next. Because we created a lead magnet page, we're going to do the second page, and the second page is actually going to contain the lead magnet. And let's just say it's a PDF download. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to duplicate this page. So I clicked these 3 buttons. I went to duplicate, and it's going to duplicate and call it lead magnet 1. Moving into lead magnet 1, we're going to open this up, and we have that. It's the exact same page. We don't want it to look the exact same, because what we want to happen is we want them to be able to download whatever we promise them. So we want to go to this form. I just clicked the box and delete it. And let's go ahead and delete this because that was the creative from the last one. This can be, you can put some information there, and then the call to action, here's where you can change your call to action. Remember, every text box includes the option to have a call to action, which is just a button. That's what Kajabi calls a button. And you're going to select that. You want to include that call to action, and then you're going to change the text. You want it to say your free download. And in this button action category, we don't want it to go to another URL. We want them to be able to download a file. So we've got our download above the fold. We're going to save. We're going to go back, and this can be the end of your process. This is literally all it takes. 2 pages. That's the easiest way to create an opt-in. And you might be wondering, how do I connect all of these things? Like, what does that even look like whenever we're connecting? We're not going to do a thank you page today, but we're going to go back to our form because we need to tell our form that the next page they see is the download form. And I want to change this so that we know. We're going to edit the details. Free download for subscribers. That's the title of that page. So we know what it looks like. So now that we have our 2 pages created, we want to go back and tell the form where we need it to go. We want to tell the form where we want that customer to land as soon as they click submit. So remember, we have this form. This is the first step in our pipeline for getting customers on our list. When they click, I need this freebie, Kajabi calls it a thank you page, but essentially it means second page of pipeline. We want to go to a landing page. Now, you could just have them download a file after they submit that form. And because these are required fields, they would have to fill those out in order to get that. That is a 1-page landing. That is incredible. You've got everything set up. You've even got your tags so that you can create email sequences to follow. But we created a landing page, a second landing page. And when they click this button, we want them to land on free download, the free download page. So we're going to save that. Let's see how it works. We're going to enter our information, and looky there, there's your free download. If we would have included something in that, then we could click your free download and it would have popped into our download category. Hey, I hope this helped you out today. I'm really, really, really excited about you creating free content for your clients and your customers. Remember, you are able to turn your one-on-one services into a digital product. It's okay if you start small. It's okay if you start with a 1-page opt-in pipeline. Everybody starts somewhere, and this is going to give you the tools to get those created so that you can start adding people to your list, putting people into these funnels. I'll see you next week, and we're going to talk about email sequences for this pipeline.